Hi, everybody. This is Cruisin with Ted. Today, we're going to be featuring Oceania Cruises. This is going to be a great opportunity for you to learn more about Oceania if you haven't cruised before, or even if you're a veteran. We're going to go over all of the latest news and new ships and new places to go. So we're going to talk to Stephen Tubman, and go ahead, take it away.
All right. Hello, everybody. How are you? Shall I go ahead and share my screen, Ted?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Hopefully everybody can see this.
Yeah, I can see it.
Perfect. So yeah, as Ted mentioned, I am one of the strategic account managers here at Oceania Cruises. I love working with Ted. I love working with his agency, Oasis Travel Network. I kind of just wanted to throw this slide in here to start us off. It's really all about the company, what we stand behind as a company, the three main pillars, if you will. It starts with small ship luxury. We have smaller ships and we have some of the best guest to staff ratios in the industry. My favorite statistic that I like to throw out there is for every 10 guests, there's one chef on board our ships. It's pretty unheard of in the industry. And it leads into the true hallmark of the brand, which is the food, it is the cuisine. Oceania invests very heavily into the ingredients of our food. As far as the award-winning itineraries go, as it mentions, over 600 alluring destinations to choose from. We're all over the world, pretty much doing everything except for the very small expedition style stuff. We unfortunately cannot go into the Galapagos or Antarctica for that example, but everywhere else, we're doing Africa, Australia, Mediterranean, Alaska. And we also have over 8,000 different shore excursions to choose from during these wonderful trips. And I'll go a little bit over them a little bit later on. But Ted wanted me to include some great new information, stuff that's going on with, recently with Oceania Cruises. And we do have the newest class of ships, the two sister ships, the Vista and the Allura. The Vista just started to set sail last year in October. I mean, we've had tremendous feedback. These ships are gorgeous. And the sister ship, the Allura, is set to debut next year, this upcoming summer in July. So I wanted to include some beautiful pictures of these two new ships. The last time that Oceania Cruises has come out with a new ship was the Riviera back in 2012. So all of our pastime guests were very excited about these new ships. They're excited to see what's new with Oceania. As you can see, a full 18-hole putt-putt course on each of these two vessels. These ships are fantastic. I've been in the industry for some time myself. My father's been in the industry for over 50 years. I've been on a lot of cruise ships in my life. And the Vista, I have to say, is the most beautiful ship that I've personally seen. And that's comparing to the top brands in the world. And I'm sure Ted would probably agree with that. He's seen the Vista himself. So the Allura as well, sister ship, just as beautiful. In the top left, you can see it's our concierge executive spa terrace. So it's for concierge level and above. You'll get access to this private, beautiful terrace with the big rectangular pool and the cascading waterfalls. I mean, you could just see how gorgeous the staterooms and suites are on board this ship. I did include some pictures. The owner suite, which is the top accommodation, for example, is fully furnished by Ralph Lauren Polo. I mean, that just goes to show you how much we care about the product. You could see the floor to ceiling windows inside the bathroom in the owner suite, for example. Very spacious, wonderful bathrooms. I mean, I'm a wide individual. I like to lift weights and work out. And if I step into a shower, I don't want to be hitting the walls as I'm trying to bathe. So you're not experiencing that, especially on these new ships. We have wonderful evening entertainment on board all of our ships. Typically starting after dinner around 9:30. You're going to have the Broadway style shows. It could be, maybe an illusionist or a comedian. It all depends on what we're doing that evening. Wonderful lounges as well with live music. So it could be either a pianist or a string quartet with violinists, for example. But just a wonderful way to, either have your cocktail before dinner, or if you don't like to go to the theater and you just want to go to another lounge after dinner for another cocktail, this is a perfect way to do that with Oceania Cruises. I just wanted to include some of these beautiful, pictures. You know, what you're looking at right now is the main bar martinis. As soon as you embark the ship, you get you get to see this wonderful bar. We have the wonderful mixology on board too. My favorite personal cocktail that I got to try on a 3-day preview sailing of the Vista. It was called the Benevolent Dictator. And it comes from one of our founding fathers named Bob Bender. He has a winery in California called Silver Trident. We take a frozen ball of his red blend and mix it with a special bourbon. We put it into the glass enclosed case or box and fill it up with the hickory smoke. It's just another wonderful experience, that you could bring home to your family and friends. And just, I wanted to include just 2 small videos. This first one I'm about to show is really about the Vista and the soon-to-be Allura. And you'll see our president, Frank Del Rio, actually talking about the 2 sister ships.
May of 2023. A truly remarkable moment for Oceania Cruises.
I hereby name this ship Vista.
We welcomed Vista, one of the most anticipated ships of the year. She represents the future of Oceania Cruises. She is the launching pad to our dazzling and dynamic tomorrow. And tomorrow has arrived. Let's go. With Allura, the journey continues. A journey that leads to one place, the ultimate Oceania Cruises experience. Embark on the irresistible thrill of striking out into the unknown, the sweeping freedom of exploration. Experience the world in the essence of greater luxury. Allura's inaugural journeys have been thoughtfully curated to appeal to seasoned global travelers. Whether you delight in reconnecting with favorite destinations or you're excited to discover new places and sights for the first time. We can't wait to welcome you aboard Allura for her inaugural season in 2025. Your world is calling.
You got to see the grand staircase on deck 5, that gorgeous staircase. I mean, I love these 2 ships. And, if you're ever considering potentially doing a bucket list trip like a grand voyage or one of our around the world cruises, please reach out to Ted. We just announced that we're going to be using this new ship, the Vista, for our around the world cruise in 2026. So this could either be a 200-day voyage, an 180-day voyage, or a 120-day voyage. And if you're going to be traveling for that long, about 6 months or so, why not be doing it with the best food at sea in Oceania Cruises? We offer, honestly, the level of value, especially compared to what's below us, which would be premium. We consider ourselves ultra premium, and the difference between the levels below us and us is just a night and day difference. When your guests get to try this product, they are spoiled. They're not going to want to go back down to premium, or especially back down to contemporary. We have all of these wonderful inclusions. Starting October 1st, going forward on all voyages, we're including prepaid gratuities now. So we're very happy about that. And we have some wonderful, unique dining experiences on board as well. Ted wanted me to include one of these in particular. I wanted to kind of go over, we're partnered with Wine Spectator, which is a world-renowned, famous wine connoisseurs magazine. Somebody wrote in the chat, no beer and wine on the package. That is correct. We did, for the last year or so, include a house beverage package, which was just beer, wine, and champagne. That was included while you were eating only. Going forward, we no longer include that house beverage package, but you can purchase the full beverage package, including liquor, and just simply go up to the bar and ask for a nice cocktail. That package is going to be around $60 per person per day, which is very comparable to, it's actually a better price than even some of the contemporary cruise lines out there. But going back to La Reserve, we've partnered with that Wine Spectator magazine and come up with this wonderful restaurant that offers food and wine pairings. The Dom Perignon experience, for example, 6 different exuberant courses, each paired with their own Dom Perignon vintage. And I did just include one more video for you guys to watch that goes over all about La Reserve and this experience. And Stephen, yeah, so we're not considered all-inclusive per se. We include a lot. All-inclusive could be perhaps our sister company, Region 7 Seas, but they have a higher price point because of that. Just wanted to answer the quick question.
The new Dom Perignon Champagne Dinner at La Reserve is our latest creation. This is a totally new concept that is exclusive to Oceania Cruises. We want the experience to be sophisticated, memorable, a little bit decadent, but also fun. We've worked with the team at Dom Perignon to pair the perfect champagnes with the perfect flavors, and the outcome is spectacular. Marina and Riviera will be the only places in the world to enjoy this experience.
There are many wine tastings in this world, food and wine pairings, but you hardly ever see a champagne and food pairing. And we couldn't find anyone better than Dom Perignon to work with us, creating unique dishes and a unique dining experience. Sometimes you have dishes like there's a curry on the menu where I thought it doesn't really go together with tasting, but then they serve something else afterwards which cleans your palate. I don't want to tell you what it is, you need to experience that. The creamy risotto with the truffle flavor, and then afterwards you have a sip of the champagne, and then it mellows out. It's like the ocean, you know, you have the wave and then it flattens out.
I can smell the truffle from here. To share all this passion to give our guests and share the emotion that all dedication we give when we cook and all together will be just unique. We are here dealing with excellence. That's what we are aiming every day. So more we have unique products which are made with love. Beautiful, huh? Cooking has more meaning and we can really share emotion to our guests.
This dinner will be the best of the best. You will think about this experience 20 years from now. It's really unique, exclusive, and fun.
Wanted to show you guys that, you know, not a lot of our guests really know about the wonderful Dom Perignon experience, for example. And we have other menus that are a little less expensive as well, if you'd like to just try a nice food and wine pairing. And I am still seeing comments about the fact that we did, you know, change from Simply More to the Your World Included promotion. You know, the reasons kind of behind that, a lot of our guests are longtime cruisers with Oceania Cruises. We had received complaints, you know, a lot of them had said things like they don't even drink or they don't take advantage of the shore excursions credit anyways. They like to do everything on their own when they're at these nice, you know, unique ports of call. So we're essentially going back to our roots with Oceania. This is kind of how we started. We tried to sort of step into the all-inclusive space, and we just didn't feel like it was working for us. And we are trying to adjust the pricing as well, you know, to reflect that. A lot of our longtime guests just didn't like paying for stuff they weren't really using. So that's the main reason we made this change. You know, going on, we do, as I mentioned, we have 600 alluring destinations around the world. We're going into those smaller boutique ports of call, and we're staying later in the evenings. You know, typically with cruises, they're there till 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We're there till 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening. My favorite example of this has to be Monte Carlo. You see the Casino Royale here. You know, you're there when the hustle and bustle is going on, and you know, you're getting that true James Bond experience, for example. Just a few more things to note. You know, we did just yesterday release our new voyages, kind of finishing off 2026, going into 2027. We do have a limited time offer with the 2-for-1 deposit. So rather than the typical $500 per person, it'll be $500 for the deposits on select voyages. We do have a current promotion ending on December 1st, up to $5,000 bonus savings on 200 plus voyages. We also have a domestic offer as well, where we're offering free air. So we're bringing sort of back that free economy class airfare and a 5% bonus savings on select domestic voyages as well, including the Caribbean and Alaska. And Ted, he asked me to kind of show you some great examples of our unique itineraries. You know, I didn't really include one for the Caribbean. I just wanted to include this nice slide to show you, you know, definitely try it out. If you want to, if you haven't experienced Oceania Cruises before, the Caribbean is a great, easy way to experience our wonderful product and get on board the Vista or soon to be Allura. I did want to include Alaska as well for some of these domestic voyages. As I mentioned, we're staying longer. The cruise is longer. We're staying longer in the port of call. We have more actual ports, and they're very unique. I included a picture of one of our, 12-day Alaskan voyages. You can see how many different ports we have in here, including Hoonah, Haines. These are ports of call that you don't typically see with some of the other cruise lines. We also have the wonderful shore excursions. That's another thing that we removed from the Simply More promotion, as I mentioned, was the shore excursions. We used to include a shore excursions credit that could only be used towards tours. Now you could book the tours a la carte. They're very reasonably priced. An example for Alaska, the Lumberjack Show, for example, I believe it's in Sitka, Alaska. It's only around $75 per person, and it's a wonderful, wonderful shore excursion. More than 8,000 different shore excursions to choose from. Again, on the larger ships, we actually have a full culinary center where you can practice your wonderful cooking technique. We offer culinary discovery tours where you're going into the local port of call with one of our headmaster chefs. You're gathering up the local ingredients, bringing them back to the ship and preparing them, something that is just kind of unheard of. We offer wonderful go local tours as well, where you're going into that family's home, for example. I like to always talk about Italy. I've got to try this myself. We went to a wonderful family's home in Italy where they prepared fresh pasta and we drank wine with them. These tours sell out. If you're booking with Ted, reach out to him all the tours become available at 1 year prior to sailing. I did just want to mention, the value of having your travel advisor. Ted is just so worth it. Don't leave home without him. All these wonderful amenities he brings he brings all that experience to the table as well. He also is partnered with Signature, so he's getting those extra benefits. Right now, Signature is doing shipboard credit on a huge list of voyages just for booking with Ted. So if you want to take it away, Ted, that was it. I wanted to keep it a little short and try and answer everybody's questions as best as possible.
Okay, give me a second here. All right, thanks a lot, Stephen. Stephen is a wealth of information. So when you work with somebody like me, I have direct lines to a person that's in charge of a whole, his whole operation. He works with travel agents like me, but if I need help, I have a question or something that I can't deal with, I've got this direct resource that represents Oceania, right? Right, Stephen? And he's obviously very helpful.
That's right.
Correct?
Correct.
So you wouldn't deal with him directly, but you would deal with me, but he would help me in the back end. So we're here to satisfy all your needs. This is Cruisin With Ted. That's the name of my company. So whether it be planning a small ship cruise vacation, airline reservations, boutique hotels, unique destination tours, and excursions, each of our seasoned agents are here to take care of your every need. We have quite a lot of, it says 40,000 followers. That's an old one. It's actually up to 100,000 followers we have on Facebook. And that's amongst our 32 Facebook groups and our Facebook page. So the Facebook page is Cruisin With Ted. We ask that you please go on there, like or follow us, because every day we're promoting and promoting different cruise lines like Oceania, and also it's a wealth of information that we share with you. We have an Oceania Cruises Facebook group. You're welcome to join that. We have, thousands and thousands of members there. And we have a YouTube channel. Guess what it's called, Stephen? Cruisin With Ted. Okay.
Cruisin With Ted. Yeah, I was going to say.
And we offer a lot of perks. So we have special offers. So if you go to our website there, you can win a free vacation, you can register, and we represent all the different cruise lines as shown there. So I wanted to thank you all for joining me today. But before we do that, I want to see if I can share a video with you, okay? Give me a second. So when I go on these ships, we do a lot of ships visits. And when I visit a ship, I like to talk to people. So let me see if I can find a video I did with someone on board. This was on the inaugural Vista cruise, which I was invited to. So give me a second. Let me see if you can see this. Stephen, do you see that? It's going to start, but do you see the screen, the black screen?
Yep, we do.
Okay. You can hear it? Go ahead.
Yep.
Okay.
Luxury travel provider Cruisin With Ted recently had the opportunity to interview Alexis Quaretti, culinary director for Oceania Cruises, on board the inaugural sailing for their newest cruise vessel, Vista.
All right, Cruisin With Ted here. I happen to be on the Oceania Vista. We have a special 2-day VIP only by invitation cruise out of Miami. And I have a very distinguished guest here, Alexis Quaretti. Did I say that right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. He's actually the executive chef for Oceania. He's going to tell you a little bit about himself. We're just going to spend a few minutes to tell us what makes the cuisine on Oceania different and what guests can expect to experience now and in the future. Where are we going with this? Go ahead.
So I think on Oceania Cruise we are really focused on the culinary side. We are really looking carefully to select all the proper products in order to make sure that we are able to prepare a nice recipe. It's able to look after the entire fleet operation when it comes to the quality delivered to the guests.
Okay. And could you tell us a little bit about maybe your background, how you got into this, just briefly, and how you use your background to help the guest experience on board to have the finest cuisine at sea, which Oceania is world renowned, as we all know.
So my background is I have started in the culinary school as most of the chef. Then I moved to Paris where I have worked for a few years to a different Michelin star restaurant. I make my way then to Lyon, another gastronomic city in this part of France. And then after that I moved to London for 1.5 years. And then I joined Oceania Cruises in 2004.
What? And what is your vision for the future of Oceania Cruises, and how are we bringing that about? For example, I'm on the Vista with you right now. You have some updates you've done with the Aquamar restaurant and maybe some other things. Tell me some more about what I'm experiencing here and how Oceania is blossoming and doing even better with culinary experience.
Currently now we have exclusive concept on board Vista. So we have introduced our new Aquamar, which is a healthy concept, as well Amber, which is a new family American style restaurant. As well we have introduced a boulangerie, which is a little bakery corner shop where we have serving from breakfast, lunch in the afternoon, a different type of French pastries. So you have croissant. And I think that's three things between Amber, Aquamar, and Boulangerie, which are new.
And we will have another ship coming out soon as well, right?
Yeah, so I will wait for next year. breathing in 2004, and then in 2025, sorry, we will have Anura,
Will this be like the Vista? Will there be even new things there?
similar to Vista.
But this is a whole new level of culinary dining. I don't think it's on any other cruise ship. It's beyond comparison. You know, all the cruise lines have their niche of what they do. But what would you say makes Oceania different, unique? Why would people come to this cruise line as opposed to other high-end luxury cruises?
Oceania started 20 years ago, and when the founder, Mr. Delio, started, he was very much, and we really want from the beginning, from day one of the company, to make Oceania so special about the food, and this is in our DNA from this. And then one of our strengths as well is the consistency over the year. By really maintaining a proper product. If you go to Vista or Riviera or Marina or any other ship, you might be able to get the same level.
On the Vista here, what is your personal favorite restaurant, and what is your personal favorite?
So we have introduced a unique and exclusive concept now, which is in Privé. We have introduced two menus that are currently offered to all class, which is a Dom Pérignon experience. So we have worked closely with Dom Pérignon chef, ready to get the right pairing with the champagne and the dishes. That's one of the best experiences I think you can have on board this time.
Anything else you want to add?
But thank you very much for having me today.
Of course. And this is Cruisin With Ted. As you know, we have over 80,000 followers on Facebook. We also have a YouTube channel. We have if you want to go to my Cruisin With Ted, go to Cruisin With Ted. YouTube is also Cruisin With Ted. We also have a Facebook group called Oceania Cruises with almost 10,000 members. We love to talk about Oceania there, so be sure to go there. We'd love to get you on these ships, particularly the Vista, and you know, if you can get a spot on the Allure that's coming out, sign up. Don't let it pass, okay? Because that ship is filling up fast. Thank you so much. What's that?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Carretti.
Thank you.
I'll be looking forward to eating dinner again tonight. It's my last dinner I'm going to have, and I'm not going to want to leave. Thank you, sir.
Ted invites you to join his Oceania Cruises Facebook group by scanning the QR code. For the latest luxury travel updates, subscribe to Ted's YouTube channel by scanning the QR code. For exclusive special offers, visit Ted's unique Oceania website by scanning the QR code here.
So Ted, I wanted to mention that, you know, that I'm friends with Alexis Quaretti, and I sent him a message right now saying, thank you so much for doing this with Ted. And he says he's more than welcome. He's looking forward to seeing you guys on board someday.
Anyway, thank you so much. I just wanted to thank you for being here, sharing this time with us. We do hope you get something out of it. Kathy Hopkins, I wanted to wish you the best. She's celebrating their 10th anniversary on the Vista. That's amazing. Was there anything else that we missed or in the chat that we want to mention or just talk about? Or are we good with that, Stephen?
I think I got everything for the most part, unless anybody else has any other questions or concerns.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to mention that, people are freaking out a little bit about the Simply More package changing, okay? What this was literally done to make it more, to apply to more people on board, and realize these promotions do change time to time. So, we'll definitely be looking at your feedback. I know some people aren't ecstatic about it, which is understood, and we are noting your feedback on that, okay? But one thing I want to remind people of, I've been on almost, well, I can't say I've been on every cruise ship, but Oceania is way, way far and above, I believe, the other cruise lines in its class. It doesn't compare with the ultra luxury Regent and so forth. But in terms of expansion, in terms of taking care of people, they're coming out with new ships all the time. They're expanding. And the thing Mr. Quaretti mentioned, the most important thing is from ship to ship to ship, expanding, getting bigger. There's a certain consistency of the quality, okay? Doesn't get worse. If anything, it only gets better. Is that right, Stephen?
Definitely.
And I think that's important because, he's been with the cruise line since 2004. And since the focus is on the culinary side, it's not easy to maintain a cruise line, expand, keep everybody happy. So please, in the back of your mind, please remember that. It's so important, okay? And I want to thank you for joining us today. You can email us or you can go to cruisinwithted.com, go to our Facebook page or our group. But keep sailing, everybody. Thank you so much. And Mr. Tubman, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, everyone.